What charity is this bake sale supposed to benefit?
It'll help provide a fund for bums and hobos who wander into harvest and have no family ties.
Kind of a specific target group, isn't it?
You have to pay attention to detail when dealing with such people.
I don't know what you mean.
You will.
I don't know what any of this
The whole
means.
thing has been organized by the lodge.
Tell me more about this bake sale. Why is it so important?
As I told you, many unfortunates who come to harvest end up needing financial help.
Why is that the town's problem?
It's not a problem, so long as those folks are taken care of. It's the will of the lodge.
I don't like the sound of that.
What lodge?
The Hall of the Order of the Harvest Moon, Steve. It's just the finest place in Harvest, and the most exclusive.
What's so great about it?
Hard to say, since hardly anyone gets inside. But it wouldn't be so exclusive if it wasn't just wonderful. Just like the new Reynolds dishwasher with their patented auto-dry process, TM. I've never used one, but I know
Is this
I
the
want
Truman
it.
Show?
Instead of sulking around the house all day, why not walk over to the lodge and apply for membership?
Yeah, why not?
That's wonderful, Steve. If you got into the lodge, you'd be the talk of Harvest.
I don't know if I want to be in this lodge, though.
Harvest is a town unlike any you've ever known.
Yeah, right.
In what way?
I don't have time to go into it now. Why not take a walk around town and pester someone else? I'm busy.
Okay, bye, Mom.
Don't forget to put the papers out for Jimmy. You know how he gets.
A newborn is sleeping soundly. An expertly embroidered old-fashioned wall plaque. Cabinet that smells of dirty diapers. This is all so 50s. Freshly baked cookies are in the trash can. Can I take one? No. These cookies are hot out of the oven. Cookies are baking in the oven. Knives gleam wickedly in the kitchen's antiseptic glow. The last repository for a few dead bugs. Yeah, this is creeping me out already, and we haven't even gotten anywhere yet. Ah! What the? Okay, that's creepy. You know what, Mom? You're really bugging me right now. Oh, I can't. Huh. It doesn't seem to let me punch at all right now. I was trying to punch her. Okay, it just won't let me do it in that room. Sorry. Master bedroom door is firmly locked.
Alone, will ya?
Jesus!
This is the good part.
Okay. This is clearly not normal.
Finally.
I'm getting out of here. These guys are freaking me out. Huh. So we've got a rudimentary travel system. General store, post office, barbershop. Missile base! Oh my. That's the lodge, obviously. Potsdam residence, I'm guessing that's where Stephanie lives. So why don't we go and say hi to my fiance that I don't remember. Garage needs a new paint job. Glass is so clear, the reflection makes it difficult to see. Ugh. You are ugly.
There he is, my future son-in-law. And how's he doing today? What brings him to the Potsdam household, huh? Huh? Oh, you'll have to ask the missus about that. Stephanie's grounded to the wedding. Can't have her changing her mind at the last minute. Not with all that meat at stake.
Meat?
Meat is the foundation of any decent society. Everyone needs at least 3 servings of red meat a day. And anyone who says otherwise is a commie. And once you're married to Stephanie, I'll be part of the family too. And your father will give me all the meat I want. Kinda makes up for not getting into the lodge.
I don't like the way he's talking about meat.
Mrs. Potsdam grounded Stephanie. So, you'd better go ask her permission before you go upstairs. Sorry, Steve. The last thing I want to do is upset you and your father before the wedding. Not with the meat at stake. You will remind your dad about the meat, won't you?
Get it? Meat at stake?
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to hold the wedding down at the funeral parlor, since I'm not a member of the lodge.
Oh, pull yourself together, man.
Is okay, and your father is going to cater the affair with plenty of meat.
Stop talking about meat. You're freaking me out.
Why are you so anxious to get into the lodge?
There's wonders inside. I've heard there's more meat in there than they know what to do. Now that you're of age, Steve, you might go down to the post office and fill out a lodge application. They're always looking for new blood. Meat is the foundation of...
I haven't seen my father. He's locked in a room.
He's not going to die, is he?
Like I said, I don't know. That woman, Mom, tends to him herself.
Well, next time you see him, be sure to tell him that I said hello. And tell him that I'm praying for his speedy recovery. And also, would you remind him about the meat? Especially about the meat.
Yeah, fine. If I see him.
You should be more concerned. If he dies, then who's going to take over the slaughterhouse? Who's going to tend to the meat? I guess as his son, you'd take over. Right? I can't imagine a better job than working in a slaughterhouse.
I can.
Bite your tongue with that serpent's tooth. Your dad's slaughterhouse is the most successful business in Harvest. You'll love it there. Oh, sure. Cutting animals open may not be much fun. Reaching into their bodies and yanking out the bloody guts, intestines dangling and slapping against you, the smell of death and shit in your nostrils all the time. Well, those are all definite cons. But once you're done, the guts have been washed
That
into the
scared
gut.
the shit out of me.
What are you left with? Meat. Rows and rows of scrumptious red meat.
Music playing in the background is certainly appropriate.
I haven't seen... Like I...
Well,
Yeah.
you should be... I can't Sure, it'd be just dandy. And you can't argue with success. Everyone in Harvest gets their meat from your dad. What a grand business to go into. Oh, sure. Cutting meat.
I think I'm already starting to get an idea about where this game is going. And I don't care much for it. The man of the house squeezing his meat. Oh, wow. Now I understand why I didn't play this game when I was younger, because I probably wouldn't have been allowed. The funerary urn is the cabinet's sole occupant. A giant mutant asparagus, inexplicably robust given the fact that it's encased in red concrete. Perhaps the healthful electromagnetic fields of Harvest. Okay, so again, I'm gonna save, because this place and this whole game is creeping me out, and so is that! Well, wait, I wonder what happens if I try to go upstairs.
Sorry. You'll have to ask Mrs.
Oh, okay, so it won't let me. I was like, will she just kill me?
Hello, Steve. Have you flossed today? Honestly, you men can insult a woman without even knowing you've done it. What a horrible thing to say.
You're both standing around baking cookies. Same cut of dress. Same pearls. So bizarre.
There's nothing bizarre about baking cookies. The Harvest Charity Bake Sale is Friday, you know, and by gosh, Mrs. Marvin Potston Jr. can be counted on to do her share. Just because I'm doing housework doesn't mean I have to be a drudge. It's a wife's duty to look good for her husband at all times. What's wrong with wearing pearls, for heaven's sake?
Nothing, but you look like June Cleaver. Some kind of sitcom mom.
Sitcom?
Geez, you know, a situation comedy. The weird part is, I can't remember how I know that.
I'm much too busy with housework to watch TV. Maybe Mr. Potsdam would know about sitcoms. Stephanie doesn't watch TV, though. She's grounded. Mr. Potsdam feels there's too much at stake to allow Stephanie to run around loose.
She doesn't want to get married either, huh?
Are you saying you don't want to marry my daughter?
I don't know your daughter, Mrs. Potsdam. Why is she grounded? Afraid she'll run away before the wedding?
No! She's as delighted as we are about the wedding, every bit as delighted as we are. But she might get hit by a car, or a falling piano, or who knows what. Mr. Potsdam wants us all to be one happy family, and he doesn't want to risk anything happening at the last minute. I don't see any reason why not. You mustn't be too hard on Mr. Potsdam, Steve. He's a disappointed man. No matter how many lodge admission forms he fills out, they keep turning him down. He has a new application in, though, so keep your fingers crossed. If he joins the lodge, you and Stephanie can have your wedding in the Chapel of Love rather than over at Moynihan's place. Mr. Moynihan runs the Wayward Hotel and the Shady Oaks Funeral Parlor. It's rumored he has connections with the lodge, but the order keeps that kind of thing secret. So Mr. Potsdam has tried to get him to put in a good word for his lodge application, but so far...
What can you tell me about the lodge?
Just that they're exclusive and secretive. If you're curious, you ought to pick up a lodge application at the post office and take it over to the sergeant-at-arms. Isn't that a thought? Forget Mr. Potsdam. If you
Why do you
became
keep
a
calling
member
him
of the
Mr.
order,
Potsdam?
you could
He's your
hold the
freaking
wedding
husband.
inside the lodge. My, wouldn't that be lovely?
Tell me about this wedding.
Well, it's set for 3 weeks. We're holding it over at Shady Oaks, Mr. Moynihan's
A
funeral
wedding at
parlor.
a funeral
Say what?
parlor?
Now, I know it's not a very romantic place, but there's nowhere else to hold it, thanks to Mr. Potsdam.
You know, I think I've talked to you enough, too.
Give my regards to your parents.
You people are just freaking me out. Entire kitchen has a minty fresh look and scent. The icebox is locked. Oh, of course it is, because that's where all the meat is. Stephanie, please tell me you're sane. Pair of ceramic baby shoes. She's purty. A thin layer of hair coats virtually every inch of ceramic, and the rubber ducky has seen better days. Wads of used tissues fill this trash can, some of them stuck to the sides. Yummy! Medicine cabinet reeks of various toiletries. Well, that was pointless. This window affords a spectacular view of aluminum siding. It's made of high-tech topperware. This plaque has had its metal plate removed.